Alright guys, I'm going to work on the outside. It stopped drizzling, so I already showed you that I sanded some of that. Now I got this window open. These windows are pressure fit in, so I will be putting a lock on the inside so that nobody can just pop them open, but it's a safety thing. In case the bus was ever in an accident, they'd be able to kick the windows and the windows would swing out. They're hinged on top. And but I need to paint. I need to paint inside there, and I need to prep it for paint. So that's what I'm doing today. Then I'll close it back up and lock it. But for now, I'm working on sanding. I stripped off the front too. I did a little bit of stripping in the front. Let's see, I'm going to get you to tilt. Let me loosen it. I'll show you the front. Well, I might not have to tilt too much. So I got all that taken off. I need to take that bumper off, and I need to take these little things right here for pulling it. I need to take those off too, but I'm not sure if there's a nut behind it or a plate with welded in nut. I'm not sure, so I'm not going to do that yet, but I got the compressor going. You'll hear it kick on after I plug in, and I'm gonna take the mirrors off, but I need to disconnect the wire on the inside. That way we can paint everything really nice. I would like to paint the window frames, but I think I'm gonna do that on a separate. I'm gonna do that separate from maybe today's not a good day to film. I got my neighbor over there revving his little rabbit up. Little diesel rabbit. It's cute. Anyways. Yeah, so I'll be sanding on this corner right here. We'll talk in a minute. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the rivets on this bus. There you go. Good. Yeah. So I've already been working on the side here, and everything's sanding out pretty good. It's feathering real nice. I've only done just a little bit past this seam here, because once I clean this seam up, I'm going to let the overspray go over on this side, right? After this is cured and dried, I'm going to mask right down this line on this side, and then we're going to mask that, and then this will be ready to paint, and we'll paint right over the overspray after I've sanded, and it'll end up just being beautiful because you won't have any of this. You know, if I stopped the paint here and then started it, that, you know what, I would have a chance of unmasking my tape, and the tape could pull some of my paint off this edge. We want this whole edge to be painted, right? After we clean it up real good. And then once I come back, I'll just sand to here. Now this will still be curing the overspray, so whatever I don't sand, like if I don't get too close to that edge and leave it black, it'll still bond because it's still gassing off, it's still curing. Anyways, that's for a later date. So we're going to do from that seam all the way to the front. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to let the overspray. This will be etch prime because this is aluminum. This is steel. This just needs to be direct-to-metal primer or direct-to-metal sealer. But I have etch primer for the aluminum. He did use aluminum to put that piece on there. This will need to be caulked. But guys, don't use silicone. I don't know who it was, but I rejected the call. Oh, it's just my wife. Oh. Okay. So we were talking about rivets. Check those out. That's going to paint really nice, right? Well, how do you get in there? How do you get in there and get that so clean like that? I mean, there's probably 50,000 rivets on this bus. I don't know, I'm exaggerating, obviously. But how do you get all of them in a very timely manner? I mean, most of them look like that. You know, she's just gonna have to wait. Anyways, we want everything to come out like this. We want that paint to just go right into it. Okay. So I'm going to show you a little bit of sped up video now and show you the process. Now, we talked about the aluminum panel that is covering the door. That is correct after looking at the bus a little further. The whole bottom part of the bus is aluminum, and I guess the upper part is some sort of alloy steel or something like that, like a galvanized steel or aluminized steel. Anyways, and also to get around those rivets, that was what the whole video was about. And I failed to mention that it's a wire wheel. I use a wire wheel on a grinder with a 5/8 arbor. And make sure you have safety gear because it throws little wires out as you're doing it. I came home from this job and I had little dots of red all over myself because where the wires hit me. So be careful. Wear a long sleeve and a heavy jacket or something like that. Put a guard over your face. Safety glasses on for sure, and gloves. Anyways, that's the end of this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And this is part 1. There will be more parts, obviously, because part 1's only covering half of the front and part of the front. So stay tuned. We'll have some more stuff coming up. Thanks, and thanks for watching.